Hello everyone, White Mage Serenia here, coming to you with a bit of an update, actually, and some good news! As some of you may know, about a week or two ago, my friend Hector bought me Far Cry 4 for the PC, because he got it on a sale. And I tried streaming it on Friday, because I promised you guys would, you know, for the return of Far Cry Friday or whatever. And I like to play games with a gamepad, it's just how I am, how things go. But, what it came down to for me, though, was, for whatever reason, if you try to use an Xbox 360 controller, especially a wireless Xbox 360 controller, it's sort of a crapshoot. Either it'll work, or it won't work. And in my case, I was having to use this, my PS3 controller, because my Xbox 360 controller went stupid. And as a result, I had to make my PS3 controller emulate an Xbox 360 controller, but whatever. So what would end up happening is if I tried to use that controller with the software and stuff plugged in and all that other stuff, it would cause the game to sort of soft hang, to where event triggers wouldn't work, NPCs wouldn't load, environments wouldn't load, loading was crap all over the place. Just issues left, right, and center, right? So I couldn't use my gamepad at all. And I was worried that I was going to have to use the mouse and keyboard. Not that I'm against using it, I would just prefer not to. Anyway, long of the short is I tried to fix it. I looked it up and it's an ongoing issue. Ubisoft hasn't even bothered to touch it as far as I know. But anyway, I'm getting long-winded again. I'm sort of prone to do that. Anyway, so I would look up fixes online, and I saw that people would recommend things like Xpadder, use like a direct input controller, and use Xpadder to sort of make it mimic keystrokes. I've used Xpadder before, don't get me wrong, but I thought that you could only map one button, or one keystroke to one button. And, I looked online and I saw something that I overlooked, or that I didn't see before. Apparently, Xpadder can actually map multiple keystrokes to a single button, and can do all sorts of things. It's a pretty badass program. I've actually spent the last couple of hours ironing out my controls. To show you what I'm using, I'm actually using a PS2 controller. Yeah, PS2 controller using a PS2 to PC USB adapter, the blue one. People will know what that is. You can find them dirt-ass cheap. Thank God I still had mine. I have had mine for like years now. But anyway, let's get right into this. I made a test map here just to play around on, get used to the controls, and see if my controls worked. So let me just show that off a little bit here. As you can see, I can move with my analog stick. I can move my camera, that is. The left one mimics WSAD, so I can move around just fine, so it's no problem there. I can fire. I can reload just fine. And the cool thing is, you can also have it set up to where if you press, you know, tap, you can have one function, but if you hold, you can get another, as I'll demonstrate. Just let me hurt myself with a grenade here. Alright. Now, as you can see, if I tap it, I'm swapping through my weapons, you know, the last weapon. But if I hold it, hell yeah, I healed. It is mad awesome. I like that shit. You know what I mean? And so it's really, really cool. I was testing out my driving controls. I was testing out everything. I had to take some liberties with the controls, though. Like, for the camera here, instead of hitting up on the D-pad, it's, now it's select, which I've also got that set up in a way, too. So, look, if I tap select, it brings up the camera, but if I hold select, it would actually bring up my map screen, which I can't access here. So, yeah, I had to take certain liberties with the controls. Also, up and down on my D-pad are zoom in, zoom out. Now, I can also drive. See, everything's with the controller right now. I've also remapped... Well, I'm gonna blow up the helicopter, probably. Yeah. Didn't mean to do that, but hey, whatever. Yeah, like I said, I can drive. If I want to shoot, I can do that. I remapped some of the buttons, too, so that, you know, it's just easier. Because if I had it mapped to the mouse buttons, obviously it would have made L and R mimic the mouse, and sometimes it would cause me to click off screen, and that just wasn't working for me. So, yeah, I can aim, I can shoot, I can reload. It's great. Now, oh, right, I can even change the radio station, turn it on and off pretty easily. See? Radio on, radio off. And I had to change these. Normally it was like, what was it, like up and left on the D-pad to turn it off. But I changed them to up and down, so everything's working as it should. when I'm not in camera mode as well, I can cycle through my throwables with the D-pad as well. So yeah, now let me show you how I've got that set up. Like I said, it's really. Oh yeah, I've also got it set up to where if I press L1 once, I get my weapon wheel. Well, hang on. There we go. If I tap it once, I get my weapon wheel, and as you can see, I can hold the button down now, and I can cycle through these. And if I hit it again, now I have my syringe buttons. And if I hit it again, I can't do it here, but it would call up the tactics wheel where you have, like, guns for hire and all that stuff. So, that was long-winded as fuck. Pardon my language. But now, let me show you how I've got that rigged up. Let me actually pull up my Xpadder here. Let me bring it over here. Awesome trail there. Now, this looks convoluted as shit, doesn't it? Alright, now, each one of these is a different button, as you can see. These ones are my shoulder, you know, L2 and R2, L1, R1, square, triangle, circle, X, R3, or L3, excuse me, R3, arrow keys are my mouse, or, you know, right stick is mouse control, so that's pretty neat. My arrow keys are right here, my D-pad right there, and my left analog stick for WSAD, and then, of course, select and start. Now, I've spent the last few hours dicking around with Xpadder, so let me show you what I've came up with. As you can see here, this button, L2, is just the letter I for aim. O is shoot, so R2 here, and it's just going to be R2. You click that tab here. Over here, this is my face buttons. Like I said, circle, square, triangle, and X. This one, I think, what was this one? This one is triangle. Yeah, so I think Y if you're on an Xbox controller. So if you look at this one, this is called a tap and hold. When I figured that out by clicking on this question mark here, this is where I learned most of what I got here. If you just read through this, you can just see what you can do. A tap and hold is really cool, because it means if you tap the button, one thing will happen, and if you hold the button, another thing will happen. So this one, this button is reload, or no, not reload. Yeah, is it reload? No, it's last weapon and heal. So if I hold it, I heal. If I tap it, I go to my last weapon. So that's pretty neat there. This one is just crouch. So yeah, one button there. This one is just simply jump. So it's spacebar. This one is reload and interact. E and R together. So whenever I hit the button, it'll do both buttons together. So it'll put a situational thing there. This one, I think, yeah, this one is a sequence. What this does is this is my L1 button. So if I hit it once, it'll do Q, or weapon wheel. If I hit it a second time, it'll do tab, or syringe wheel. And if I hit it a third time, it'll do V, or the tactics wheel. So that's you know, I had to take liberties there. So yeah, there's some really neat things you can do with this, and everything's working pretty damn good. I like this. Once again, another tap and hold. So yeah, it looks really convoluted, and believe me, it is, but it works, and I'm happy. So yeah. This one's for mines and C4, so again, it's a sequence. If I hit it once, it's just the left arrow key. If I hit it again, it's grenades, or not grenades, but if I hit mines, if I hit it again, it's C4. So I've got everything mapped. It took me like a few hours to figure out how to do all this, but all the same, it's there, it's working, and I'm happy. I might actually stream this a little bit later today. Who knows? I don't know, but everything's ironed out. It's working. Hallelujah, right? So thank you guys for watching this long-winded explanation and brief tutorial on Xpadder. So yeah, hopefully everything's working out now, and I can't wait to play it. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this. We'll see you soon. White Meat Serenius signing off. Keep it easy, guys. Take it easy.